My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2, Stygian Guard, Melting Remnant. Let's go. Lost the streak off camera. You do not want to watch that episode, trust me. Life Mother's Pyre adds the option to copy cards, Merchant of Steel, Magic, and Trinkets. Seraph shows some savagery as well at the end of the run. 2 copies of Crypt Builder. Know what I'm going to be drafting with that. Offering tokens. 2 copies of Molded in the base deck as well. And Paraffin Thug. Some good money. Gonna make every effort to make sure you slay every available time. 1 Ember 2 size, slay, gain 30 gold. Soul Guard. I mean, I do like Titan Channel Soul Guard, but like, do I want to do Titan Channel Soul Guard? Remnant of Steel, Stygian of Magic, Stygian of Magic into Remnant of Steel. I mean, it really depends on what units I get from them. Like, I can't really plan ahead super effectively. Let's look at the artifact. Interesting. Gain 5 when a friendly unit dies. We should be able to make a lot of money here. Okay, I don't even get off the Titan Channel. I mean, obviously you always have an incant deck with Soul Guard, but especially for like Dire Channel and I guess Cold Channel to a certain degree as well, eventually you get them to a certain point that they don't really need more shards. So Dire Channel is a backliner. On action, triggers at the start of this unit's turn. It deals 4 damage per shard to the front enemy unit. So it bypasses an attack trigger, but it still kind of attacks. Cold Channel has Revenge. Apply Frostbite 1 per shard to enemy targets. Only problem with that is you don't have that much HP, and also, we're in a bad clan combination for keeping you alive. Melting Remnant wants to bring you back after you die, but you'll come back with no shards. So I think I'm more likely to use Dire Channel and just throw chumps in front of it. Unfortunately, Dire Channel is probably the worst of the lines in my mind. It's just probably the most likely I can use here. Yeah. Dominion's Preservation. Healers blessed by Dominion bolster their allies, attacking large bursts to achieve victory. Yeah, so this is 65 health frontliners, if I recall correctly. So Paraffin Thug is not going to be slaying immediately. So I think I'm going to need like Soul Guard there. That. And then I use additional foregone powers to throw in the damage against the fallen champions. 2 dregs there. Perfect. Rude. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to collect the Collector. I'm not slaying with the Paraffin Thug as well, with 3 damage off being able to get to that. God, that's pretty tragic. Can't do anything to help set up this next line either, so it's just going to be going all the way through. Oh boy, ew, this is the worst. I have all of the money tools, but I can't use the money tools for money. Thank you. Casting Crypt Builder on each floor will really help. Unfortunately, they're also still not slays for the Paraffin, though. Good lord. Yeah, this is about as bad as it possibly could have gone. I'm very, very sad about this outcome. Oh well. Being sad about it ain't changing the outcome right now. We missed out on so much money. Well, we got 30 there. Energy Siphon. You haven't been gilded yet. I think for exclusively that reason, I'm going to click that button. Entombed Explosive! Yay! Something to reform! Something that I'm happy to have die as well. Merchant of Steel Remnant Banner. I do feel drawn to the Merchant of Magic Stygian Guard. The only problem with that is, like, I don't have spells that are worth upgrading at all. I really can't take that. Ooh, Endless. Endless, you say? Big Sludge! On Harvest, gain Rage 5. Hey, Big Sludge. Please become mini-sized. And then I'm gonna Endless the Entombed Explosive. Kind of leaning towards the plus 14 on Paraffin Thug, because you don't need to be good for long, you just need to be good for enough. I know I can dupe cards. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to wait until I get another upgrade on Big Sludge, and it's going to be quick, or it's going to be multi-strike, and it's going to be sick. Should I run Big Sludge as my frontliner on the bottom line? Knights of Entropy. Okay, so Paraffin Thug can slay in second line here. I guess I think Big Sludge should protect Soul Guard maybe on the second line. So Shield Steward, Paraffin Thug. Oh no, but if I'm not putting down 2 Shield Stewards, Big Sludge definitely should be played. I just don't think I can keep it alive if I'm doing it at front of line. So that puts Soul Guard on a different line, but then when am I ever going to cast spells on a different line? Sludge, Paraffin Thug, and then Soul Guard. Drake's just a chump block there. Spear Suit for the top floor. I mean, I could Energy Siphon just for an incant trigger if I really wanted to, but... just double foregone power. Yeah, here's the worst part. Sloven Knight second in line, so I'm not killing. 6 and 2. 39. That's 54. If I put double drag here, it's 24 additional damage before the 54, so the Paraffin Thug will slay. Also use Molded to bring back another drag. Shield Steward should definitely be there. Unfortunately, again, I'm not going to be able to collect the Collector. Good lord. Ugh, I want them, but I want them. Also, I'm really not good against bosses right now. There's the Entombed Explosive I really would have liked to see earlier. Alright, here we go. Foregone, get him. Missed. Okay. Spring back a Entombed Explosive, drag, and drag. as much work as I can accomplish on that bottom line. I'm glad I had some frostbite to add to that floor. Oh boy. We're alive! Yeah, Big Sludge needs a defender. Paraffin Thug doesn't really have the space to slay here at all. Oh boy. Everything is awful. Hey, Cuddle Hex. Can you fix that? Maybe Flash Freeze, just some directed damage. Yeah, probably. Second Entombed Explosive. Yes, please. That one can reform. As much as I do need the Pyromanes, I can't not go to a Merchant of Steel right now. I specifically need... Oh my god, Quick and Multi-Strike both available. I specifically need, like, very specific units. I have... Remnant... At this point, I'm just gonna put Paraffin Thugs on the top line as the cleanup crew, as though they were my shield... Spear Stewards, rather. I think Multi-Strike on Big Sludge makes a lot of sense. I also think Quick on Big Sludge makes a lot of sense. Often saves you. And especially if I'm going to be duping you. Yeah. Then we dupe that Big Sludge. Actually, I'm not even going to do that just yet. I'm gonna go visit the Celestial Alcove, see if I can, wow, get another upgrade on them. That's actually sick as hell. Oh, but worthy sacrifice on an endless Entombed Explosive? Hell, many lives on an endless Entombed Explosive. I can't turn that down. What an incredible chump blocker. Okay, I'm gonna dupe two cards. I'm gonna dupe Big Sludge, and I'm gonna dupe that Entombed Explosive. Not enough money to do another multi-strike at this point, but I am fine with that. I'll throw these small other upgrades on other things. Eventually you have much more money than you have the opportunities to buy upgrades, so when you can afford them, often worth it. Especially if you have a way of continually generating a bunch of money. I'm just gonna find a way to keep those sludges alive, I think. Oh, hang on, that Dreg will survive. I'll put the other Dreg, there we go, on the bottom line, because I do want both of them to die and get harvested, because I'm really trying to spike the damage on that floor, and then this Dreg can block me. Great. Entombed Explosive hits bottom line. It gets slain 2 times this turn. Getting 10 additional rage on both Big Sludges, which gives each of them 20 additional damage. And they attack at quick speed. Yay! Will you molded on the top floor to just get an entombed explosive down? And I do want to get rid of Spear Seward, so I'll throw one away. Please keep killing the entombed explosive. It's really helpful. Unfortunately, I'm going to give a super huge amount of rage to Archeon on the bottom floor. But next turn, I'll also just be able to play the entombed explosive again. So that will solve my wounds. Damn it. I did the discard early so that even if it discarded Dreg, I would be able to have a line to play out the Crypt Builder. But that didn't work out. Yeah, here I'm not even losing a single hit on the Entomb Explosive, courtesy of the enemy just simply dying. All of the enemies what attack do die instead. Welcome to the bottom floor, buddy. Yeah, how do you feel? What if I had another one of them? Also, these entombed explosives are asking me to go right, left, left. I can do that. Merchant of Trinkets into Merchant of Steel and Merchant of Magic? I can do that. How much do I care about Fecundity? Well, considering Fecundity only triggers once, completely fine. Especially because I can put Worthy Sacrifice on Entombed Explosive, just put 2 of them down, let them explode, just chump block with them forever. That sounds great to me. Oh, hallowed halls. Kill friendly units, reform random units on the floor until it exceeds its capacity. I mean, realistically, that's just a way for me to farm coins on an empty floor. I just use it to keep killing and bringing back my Paraffin Thugs and Dregs. The only thing is those are chumping up my deck. Well, actually, the Foregone Powers, honestly, I need to cut all of those. They're complete garbage in my deck at the moment. I'll take hallowed halls. I'm not really an incant deck. Like, I kind of want to have some little incant dealings, but I'm not that. I think I should just recognize that and kind of ignore that I even have a Soul Guard the Martyr, maybe? Because otherwise, like, I take Siren of the Sea, I try and get some incant in this deck, and then it doesn't do anything. I will say, bottom floor, realistically, I could maybe fit a Wickless Tycoon down there. For some additional money, but it would be a lot of additional money. I gave in. Considering both of the big sludges are mini-stoned, I don't need capacity here as a priority. Draw's really good, just gets me to my Entombed Explosive sooner. Energy is a little bit of a consideration just because in the deployment phase it gives me the ability to also put down the Wickless Tycoon. And maybe a piece of equipment or a room even eventually would be nice. After that, additional energy, not so relevant. We'll take draw. Right even gives me the ability to hit up higher remains, which is important. Captivating. Apply Mute 1 whenever an enemy enters your train. Probably the best relic in... maybe the best relic in the game. It completely what's the word I'm looking for? Neuters so many enemies. Attuned whetstone. Considering I don't have a piece of equipment, and I'm currently being offered the sigiled seaweed, which I need, I think I know what I'm doing. I want to save the cost of duping a little later, because if I do get the double event upgrade on the Entombed Explosive, I want to be able to dupe it 2 times after that. I want to fill my deck with it. Oh, maybe we can even get a 5th upgrade on it. Let's see. Ugh. I really kind of wanted it to get Heightened Channel and just be in stasis. Leaky Pen. -1 energy per turn, draw 2 additional cards per turn. Not okay yet. Nim's Oath at the start of turn. Deal dazed 1 to the front enemy unit on a random floor. I mean, it can't trigger on an empty floor, right? So, always be okay. Warlord's Bloodletter. Friendly units get +1. Plus 12 damage. But they take 1 damage at the end of the phase. I mean, that's a way to get the Entombed Explosives to take an additional damage. But realistically, if I put them in the right position, I shouldn't need that to happen. You know what? No, that sounds great to me. Because then I can just put a whole line of them down. Non-boss enemy units restore 150 health if they move up a floor. Ideally, they won't do that. Okay, so Big Sludge, Wickless Tycoon, midline. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, no, they will be muted on the bottom line. I forgot about that. It'd be much better to accost them there. Go, Entombed Explosive. Damn it. Foregone Power missed. Oh my god, we got the other Entombed Explosive, but then I won't be able to put down the Harvest guy. I think I put one on the top floor by itself then, and behind it I'll put the Paraffin Thugs if I ever end up needing those. There we are. Just farming money. There we go. Wickless Tycoon. Been waiting for you this whole time. I guess that. Flash Freeze destroys it. Summon another one. Literally blew off the Wickless Tycoon's hat. How much money we were making on that bottom line. Perfection. Yeah, nothing to change about any of that, except I'll get another Entombed Explosive down. More units to die at the end of turn. More gold for me. Unnamed Tome, they nerfed you, but you're still incredible. This is especially good because of the flying bosses and the Titan fight. Otherwise, Sigiled Seaweed covers most of the use cases that this is good in. Memorial for the melted. Friendly units have endless. Remnant host, extinguish summon 2 draft units. I mean, that will always trigger at end of combat. It'll deal 1 damage to friendly units in some of those drafts. Which, like, you know, do I want that? It's a lot of harvest triggers with the big sludges, but, like, I already have a plan of how to get those harvest triggers, so I'm pretty sure I don't need a remnant host involved in that. Yeah, this is a skip. So we went right, that, pick up right, left, left for the next 2. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Yo, upgrade a unit with Titanite. If I can make Wickless Tycoon, like, sincerely tanky, Titanite's certainly part of the way there. Burnout and Endless. I mean, I don't think another Entombed Explosive really needs that, to be honest. I think if I'm re-rolling here, I'm almost exclusively looking for health for the Wickless Tycoon, Mini Stone for the Wickless Tycoon, full stop, I think. There's the Mini Stone. Dualism's fun, but it's not relevant on anyone at the moment. Mini Stone now gives us the ability to put both of the Entombed Explosives on the bottom line still with the Wickless and both big sludges. Do I need to upgrade a Shield Steward? Bottom line does almost all of our damage, but like... it's got to be reasonable to just have a big guy. Just in case. A big guy just in case. I do think, however, Spear Stewards are complete dead weight in this deck at the moment. Oh my god, I obviously should have... God damn. Yeah, it would have been sick. Legion of Wax. Extinguish, summon 2 Twins of Wax, and apply the unit stat changes, stat upgrades. Yeah, it could have had a Mini Stone. Absolutely. Dualism, Legion of Wax. Nope. Not really good on you. I'm gonna leave that in the deck and try and find a way to work with that, but oh boy. Would have preferred if I handled that differently. I think Meat Shield's probably a reasonable way to give some additional survivability to the Wickless Tycoon bottom line. Big Sludgy. I kind of want to put Wickless Tycoon down rather than another Big Sludgy. But I won't. Hell yeah, paid off. I could jump with a full Paraffin Thug on that bottom line right now. Oh, I guess they're both silent, so I don't have to worry about the corruption at least. Yeah, I'll just throw a Drake down there. So these 2 big sludges hit Adamant Shield Buster but failed to kill it because of the Titan skin that it has, then it hits Entombed Explosive and kills it. No, that's not going to be good for us. I could put down this Dreg, have it soak up all of the hits. Yeah, then we end up getting to propagate the damage to the right target. That's good at least. Then I can throw Flash Freeze to take down the Sharp-Eyed Sniper. I could even do that on this floor, actually. This is what happens when it takes longer for us to get our Entombed Explosive. Then, everything's fine forever. Unfortunately, Unnamed Tome will stop you from fleeing, but it will also stop you from dropping any rewards for us. Alas. Thankfully, I think we're getting enough money out of this bottom floor to be comfortable with this. Get a Meat Shield involved for our health. There we go. See how difficult this is. Just give me the 2 Entombed Explosive. Give me the 2 most busted cards in my deck and nothing else. And no, I'm not gonna remove cards from my deck. Just give them to me. What about that seems so unreasonable? I don't need to silence you on the bottom line. Wallow's Bloodletter is doing so much work here. Oh, sick. They put a Deep Offering in here. Oh, sick. They put a Mortal Entrapment in here. I may need to go energy. Ooh, Merchant of Magic. Okay. Got an opportunity here, maybe. Double Stook. Holdover obviously doesn't fly here. I mean, I'm leaning towards double stack Mortal Entrapment just because it's busted as hell. I want to lower the cost of Hallowed Halls because it's also busted, but I'd like to be able to play it, please. Holdover Hallowed Halls is fun, but it's realistically not actually what I need right now at all. Plus we're not gonna consume. No, we don't really care about that. Negative 2 cost consume, permanently remove consume. Very important. We'll permanently remove consume from Deep Offering. Negative 2 cost. Add consume. Can't add consume though. Sick. You know what? Mortal Entrapment. Get a Pyre Stone. I'll just play you for your cost. Oh my god, Celestial Alcove, hell yeah. This is fun. This is a deployable Savage Shackles as well, that's really annoying. Although if I go for energy as my hiccup after the boss, then I have enough energy to play that out, then the Wickless Tycoon, and then both of my big sludges, which is really what I want on the opening turn. This would also give me the ability to maybe make the... Oh my god. Legion of Wax would obviously love to have Savage Heart and then be on its own line and then keep dying and coming back and doing all that. It's way too late for me to do that, and I'm doing so much more with Big Sludge. Savage Spirit, however, just plus 40 health, gain 2 damage for every missing health on a Titanite, Titanite guy? Titanite Wickless Tycoon? Kinda exactly what I need. I think I'm finally in the position to be able to use Savage Spirit. Granted, it used to not carry the plus 40 health, which is definitely the best part of it. I'm just glad to finally be able to pick that option. Now, given the amount of money I have, I definitely feel like the next thing I need to do is remove a decent amount of cards from this deck. Because I got a lot of money. And I really need to draw very specific cards quite early in the fight to be successful. Usually wouldn't go this ham on removal early, but it's absolutely correct. Throw those 2 down. Soul Guard, literally do not care about you. You can die. Well, Gale's gonna kill you. I might not even stop it. I have a drag, I guess. Fine, I'll intercede on your behalf. But only because I didn't have to go out of my own way to do it. Welcome back to the Entombed Explosive. I'm also going to drop Unnamed Tome to prevent Kale from doing any abilities for a while. No abilities, Kale, please. Deep Offering is great, but not if it draws me into something I can't play. Let's get another drag. Jump block for the second floor. Another drag. Another drag. Another drag. Come on. Hey, managed to hit the right one. Got to cast my Crypt Builder there. Well, there it is. Second Entombed Explosive. Yeah, I guess just cast Hallowed Halls on the top lines. Probably a better... I can't even get the Legion of Wax up there. Yeah, just cast it. The big sludges are getting big. They're getting very big. Come on. Ooh, no, there's no one I can bring back that will die at the end of the turn. Dang. Wickless Recruitment. Removal, burnout, debuff effects from a unit. I gotta say, the Rage Wings are actually still gonna hit me. Like, currently, the big sludges kill the units in front of the Rage Wing, and then the Rage Wing hits me in the face. Little scared about that. Wickless recruitment for removing all burnout and debuff effects from unit. I mean, honestly, it's not really relevant in this deck at the moment. I'm going to take Harness the Titan to try and gild it. I'm going to regret that in the future, of course. Hell's Flame, what I said I'd do. Fecundity! So Worthy Sacrifice, now the Entombed Explosives will be able to... Well, Worthy Sacrifice and Fecundity on... That's funny. A Legion of Wax played with Worthy Sacrifice would summon 2 Twins of Wax, which presumably would have their own Worthy Sacrifice ability, which then can both explode to give you 2 Motes of Wax, all with Worthy Sacrifice. So theoretically, you could just blow up all of them. Which does sound fun. Do I need Worthy Sacrifice on Entombed Explosives? It allows me to kill them myself, but do I need to kill them myself? If I do it with the Legion of Wax, it's just not going to really accomplish anything still, though. No, I'm going all the way. Merchant of Arms. There's definitely rooms that I care about. Merchant of Steel, I don't really have many spaces for upgrades except on the Legion of Wax, and I don't really have the space for the Legion of Wax, so yeah, let's go Merchant of Arms. Inferno Room, theoretically a way of dealing with that bottom line. If I use that to deal with the bottom line, though, I think I would struggle with using... Oh, could I? God, maybe I do just need to take it. I've been in this exact same position before and chosen not to, and gone like, no, I'll just figure out how to deal with it in the fight. And then I get there and I die. Like, more copies of this Entombed Explosive is nice, but it doesn't do anything to the Rage Wings in the backline. I think it literally saves me against my biggest weakness. I just have to take a... Oh, Overgrowth Carapace. That's fun. Plus capacity for units that can't get plus capacity. Also, fully heal the Pyres. Hall of Mirrors impactful. I don't think I want Hall of Mirrors. Yeah, not without additional capacity or something like that. That's just going to end up with me fully filling floors and not being able to do anything with them. I'm taking the money on that one. Going all the way down on Dire Channel, and I still don't have a tank that I'm happy to use. I need to remove the both shield suits in the next area because I'm not drawing my full hand here, unfortunately. It's okay, at least I got my units. I'm not going to be using Inferno Room in this fight. Or I guess I could deploy Inferno Room on the top floor and just let that keep killing units for me. That Avowed Gladiator is going to be a problem as it ascends. If I avoid Paraffin Thug, which realistically I don't need the just additional 30 gold that Paraffin Thug exclusively offers me at the moment. I can let Discordant Heretic die on the next floor. And then I'd be able to use Flash Freeze to hit the Avowed Gladiator and then Mortal Entrapment, daze it for 6 turns, so even if it does get to the top line, it still gets killed. $16 damage at the end of the turn with Soul God Shard. Paraffin Thug is additional damage as well. I don't think it's going to give me that much damage. And hopefully I can find someone to throw on the top line as well. Ooh, still missed that collector there. Okay, Crypt Builder here and I can still kill all of them. That's huge. Oh, the one with increased health, the increased cost also bounced back to my hand with Fecundity. Interesting. And then throw a Legion of Wax up there as well. And then reform until this floor exists too much. Oh, until it exceeds its capacity. Right. That's what that does. Forgot about that. That's fine though. That top floor is very much just for farming. Oh, unfortunately, I don't even have space for the additional Entombed Explosive here. Yeah, when they start taking over the deck, it's actually completely fine, because as long as I play them all, like, they trigger for every enemy hit, as well as at the end of the round for the Wallow's Bloodletter, and they do so much damage. Let's silence y'all. I don't want any more curses, please. If we knock that Avowed Gladiator back, I think, yeah, we get pretty much the entire line. hell yeah. Get him. Keep exploding. Never stop blowing up. I think that'll do it. So we farmed a couple thousand gold. Say a couple thousand. We're now up to a couple thousand. God. How bold do I want to be? Gifts for a God basically draws exactly 3 cards out of my deck and then allows me to just destroy them. Fine, I'm gonna guild that as well. Why not? Crushing Demise, kill a random non-boss enemy unit, kill a random friendly unit. Subsuming Blade though. Piercing. Deals 5 damage. On Slay, increased damage by 3 permanently. I always have a target for that. Suspect I should probably take Crushing Demise because I do have flaws where I'm happy for all of my units to be dying. I don't feel like Merchant of Arms makes that much sense right now. Also kind of feels like Merchant of Magic's going to be middling at best. Alright. Wow me, Merchant of Arms. Spell weakness is almost irrelevant to this run. Equipped units gain armor 10. Not really. When a friendly unit gains burnout, gains 3 stacks. Don't really want that either. Reroll. Sure, I'll take Blights and Scourges cost 0. That's almost no difference to my deck, though. Keep a card in hand at the end of the turn. I think Icicle Fracture could be useful. Rules of Containment, almost certainly not, but again, I'll take it because I have way more money than I need. Merchant of Arms. Weapon Cache. I wonder about that. With an Overgrowth Carapace, a Meat Shield. Literally 2 pieces. 2s of pieces of equipment in the deck. Yeah, I think not. Yeah, I still think not. None of that seems relevant to us in almost any way. I already bought out all of those, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Let's get rid of Shield Stewards. Remove them from the deck. Let's get rid of Seraph and Thug. Certainly don't need as many of you as I have at the moment. Let's dupe the super powerful Entombed Explosive once. Super powerful Entombed Explosive twice. Super powerful Entombed Explosive 3 times. Super powerful Entombed Explosive 4 times. Super powerful Entombed Explosive 5 times. And you better believe I'm gonna dupe it for a 6th time because why not? I have just about exactly enough money to do it. Why not? Oh, baby. What should I do with the Empyrean Well? 7 times! So now we have 8 copies of Entombed Explosive with Endless, Reanimate 3, Extinguish deals 65 damage to the front enemy unit, use an ability with a cooldown of 2 to sacrifice it and gain 3 Ember, and also add a copy of this unit to your hand that costs 1 extra. Oh, Savage Shackles is free as well. That's so cool. So the top floor, then I really don't need the Whipless Tycoon just yet. I'll get both Big Sludge down. I mean, I can just let Soul God die on that top floor. Realistically, Yeah, it's probably the right thing to do. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I literally have a free copy. Entombed Explosive, I just throw at him. You know what? I'm going to thin down the deck as well. Oh, I forgot about Mortal Entrapment. No, that's okay. Harness the Titan. Hit you with Crypt Builder, Flash Freeze. We're going to Mortally Entrap you, so that's 6 turns of dazed, my friend. You don't get to do damage. Not allowed. Crushing Demise on an empty floor happens to kill exactly the unit we possibly could have wanted. Hell yeah, that worked well. And I'll keep it molded. Gotta keep it moldy. Okay. Additional Entombed Explosives have come to light. I'm gonna throw them on the bottom line just to do damage. Another Drake for the top line. Fine, I will deep offering into what I could only presume was going to be a handful of Entombed Explosives, and unfortunately, it's only got the one of them. Pardon me, the two of them. Oh no, I don't even have space for my Wickless Tycoon anymore. What is this world coming to? If I just play everything else... No, I'm not going to have space to play everything else, unfortunately. I could freeze the Wickless Tycoon in that instance. Foregone Power, don't discard Wickless Tycoon. Thank you for discarding Wickless Tycoon. How dare you? It's literally just it's the only thing I asked you to do. Anyway, it's fine. I don't need the money. It's not like I get to spend it on anything. It's just in a position like this where I am absolutely going to win and nothing's really going to change that outcome. It is nice to have a thing to look at and go, cool. And just increasing the coin number is definitely one of those. Imagine if I had Wax a Snuffer. Whoa. It's so many Entombed Explosives. There we go. 17 energy. This might be the most, like, tomb-centric. This bottom line is doing it all. Also, it's so good that the Inferno Room is also killing them once at the end of the combat, on top of Wallow's Bloodletter killing them once at the end of the combat. There's just so many explosions going on down there. I love it. Alright, I think we might have enough tombs. No, we clearly don't have enough tombs. Someone got to the second floor. Get him. Get him. Okay, perfect. We're getting both of the terrifying amalgams down before they leave that floor. That's pretty important. Don't want to be taking pyre damage. Not to my perfectly healthy 109 health pyre. Sick. This run could not have gone better. I mean, honestly, getting the Twins of Wax instead of the Big Sludge early on, so I could have focused on it, maybe that would have been better. Just because I haven't gotten to really use Legion of Wax yet. Like, this run is going to be guilding Energy Siphon, Disregard, Legion of Wax, Harness the Titan. Yeah, it's going to guild 4 cards. All 4 of those cards are utterly irrelevant to this deck. That doesn't necessarily feel right. Oh, there it is. Entombed Explosive on turn 1. Something another Entombed Explosive. Allowing me to use an Entombed Explosive. Summon another Entombed Explosive. Disregard. Draws out all these cards. Sick. Dominion's on full health, and I can't do anything about that this round. So if I'm going to be dazing anyone, it's obviously going to have to be the Savagery. Throw those all at you. Drag on the top line, and then, sure, I guess I'll try and give some incant shard to the mid line. Why not? I think Unnamed Tome makes a lot of sense this turn. Also, Harness the Titan literally can't do anything anymore. It gives magic power to spells. I have exactly no more damage spells in my deck. Oh, sorry, exactly 1 more damage spell in my deck. Sorry, Frostbite's still in here. Keep forgetting about that. I do gotta make sure to be playing Firelight every turn now. Oh, hang on. I was trying to target the different one with sacrifice. Obviously can't do that. Can't have one of them sacrifice the other. That's a completely different game interaction. That's the one with Cult of the Lamb. I'd love to see that again soon. Yeah, Curse of Entropy. I will always play that. There's no need not to. Where am I taking? Oh, I'm just taking pyre damage from Dominion every round. Cool. That's normal. I don't need to just be killing the tombs constantly. I just want to. because they're endless, they go back to the very top of the draw pile, and because of that, I never draw any other cards. Which, thank heck, because it's the best card in my deck by far. I'm glad I chose to dupe it 7 times. Not even close on that top line just yet. Well, it goes basically all of the rest of the health of every other character. I guess I deep offering. It's just Dominion, though. And considering what I draw every turn, I don't have a way of speeding that up a bit. Oh wow, they're actually clearing my midline. I'm gonna take 5 more damage. Also, finally got a foregone power that I can play on the top line, expedite some process up there. Ragewing really gave it to big sludges in the backline there. Gladly though, not now. Get him, Tombs. I mean, realistically, how do I summarize this run other than just Entombed Explosive everywhere? Specifically Entombed Explosive with Wallow's Bloodletter as well, giving it the ability to pop twice. It's honestly responsible for so much of the success of this bottom line. So that end turn button. I wonder if I get a superlative for this. Most Tombs played? Most Extinguished triggers. That counts. There's our 4 gilded cards. 3 of the Stygian Guard done there. There's only 1 left in them. Who is that card? Unmastered Stygian Guard, please. Oh, I know why you're unmastered. Hoarfrost Effigy. Transfer Frostbite on this floor to a unit, then double the amount of Frostbite. Look, you can do something busted with anything that says the word double. You gotta work uphill against the frostbite sources in the game for that, though. I guess best situation is like an incant glacial seal, especially with Cuddlebeard, the when you apply frostbite, apply 2 more. So that would become incant, apply frostbite 3 to all enemies. But like if you have a decent amount of frostbite on an enemy, it doesn't really matter if you double it. So like it's only really relevant for flying units, I guess. It's a strange one, but we get to play with it later. Entombed explosive. So many entombed explosives. Doing such insane work, just standing in front of 2 big sludges. They're actually mini sludges. Pretty happy with this run. Let's head to the outro so that we can head to the start of the next run. Also, I believe by now I've probably started another series on the channel. It is on Ethermancer. It's on the early access of Ethermancer, which is a monster collecting, taming roguelike. Come check out that series as well. For the moment, though, hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we see you all next time.